Good morning, everybody. How's it going? Thanks for tuning in again today. Today we are back on the 51 Ford rock crawler project, and my mic isn't even hooked up properly. Let's try that again. Good morning, everybody. How's it going? I hope you're having a great day, and whatever you are doing, you are kicking ass in it. So today we are back on the 51 Ford project, and as you can see, this is securely in the rotisserie. I have a feeling I'm going to regret saying that. It's in the rotisserie, all right? So today we are going to sit here and we are going to move forward with actually starting to weld out this chassis, and I mean completely weld it out. Now, first thing I want to address is why have I put this in the rotisserie? Why didn't I just weld it all out the way it was and move forward? I'd be maybe a day and a half, we'll say 2 days, further ahead than where I am right now. All I have to do is weld out the Dana 60, put it back underneath, slap some tires on it, and we got a rolling chassis right after I bolt up the shocks. But this is going to be a flagship vehicle for the channel and eventually for my company, okay? If or whenever I decide to kick off another company. So let me show you what this is gonna allow me to do. All right, so what this is allowing me to do is, one, get back into frame. But this is gonna allow me to sit here and work at a comfortable height. As you can see, this is waist height here. So I can sit here, I can lean up against it, I can do whatever I have to do and be comfortable. I have to grind on this, I have to weld on it, all that fun stuff. On top of that, I'm gonna be able to set my welder once and forget it. I know some of you old geriatric guys out there who have been welded since Christ was a corporal is gonna be like, back in my day, if we took some time to set up like that, we'd be running off set. Well, it's not your day anymore, all right, guys? There's better ways of doing things. If you're comfortable, you're gonna make a better product. If you're comfortable, you're gonna be able to last longer.
That's what she said.
You're gonna be able to go from one project to the next and have the same level of detail and passion and everything else like that in there. And I know, once again, some of you old timers out there are like, passion in my day, this is just work. Well, go pound sand. I couldn't care less what your opinion is. This is what I do. This is what I love. And this is what I have chosen to plant my flag on and call my own and be proud. I want to be proud of this no matter what. So, like I said, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to wire wheel everything. I'm going to start cleaning. And then probably tomorrow morning, I'm actually gonna sit here and start welding, because to weld, I need to get welding gas and I need to get some oxyacetylene, because some of this is 1/4 inch, and the way I weld 1/4 inch is I always throw a little bit of preheat into it. Don't need a lot, just a little bit, just enough to make the metal sweat, get the water out of it. And then I just find it wets it in a lot better. So let's get to it. All right, boys and squirrels. So this is day 2. Yesterday I made some really good progress. I was going to wire wheel the entire chassis, and then I thought to myself, this is stupid. Because if I'm just gonna come back and sand it all, why am I sitting here and wire wheeling it? I mean, yes, you can see there's rust and chalk from where my kids have been drawing on the frame, but I mean, there's no huge buildup. There's no big flaking or anything you'd see like if this was like an East Coast chassis or something like that. So what I'm doing is I'm just gonna sit here, I'm going to grind it where it needs to be ground. I'm going to weld where it needs to be welded. And the only places I'm actually gonna wire wheel are where I need to weld. Other than that, that's about it. And then after that, I'm going to run into the city. I think the place is called C-Max. Yeah, I think they're called C-Max. Anyway, I'm gonna run in there and I'm going to get some sandpaper for this, because I was talking to a local body shop last night, and as we're going back and forth, I told them what I was doing and how much sanding I have to do and this, that, and the other thing, and that on a good portion of it, I still got the mill scale that I need to punch through here. And this stuff here, like it's hard. Like that mill scale is tough. So what I need to do is punch through that so I can get down to bare metal so I can weld it out. I need to take this bumper head off and then patch in this old logo. You can see it there. And that's what it was. The old veteran welding logo, because originally this was going to be the flagship vehicle for my old welding company, and I just never got around to having enough time to actually work on the chassis and work on the company. So it is what it is. I'm gonna patch that up and then get going from there. What else? I gotta weld on these guys here, my toe points, all right? And for these guys, I'll do a different segment on that. But other than that, it's just more of the same for the most part. So let's drop the hammer, pour coal, whatever the hell you want to call it. Let's get this done.
So here is the link, or the toe point. You know what the hell I'm talking about, guys. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna sit there and you wanna look at your two types of material. Are they the same thickness? In this case, you can see this one is 1/4 inch and this is 1 inch. So you have to put preheat into it. But before you even do that, you wanna get rid of any rust in the area where you're gonna be welding. Ideally mill scale 2, but you know, it doesn't have to go. So what you do is you clean it up, you come in with your torch or something, heat this up, and you want to focus more heat onto here than here. And you want it hot. You want it legitimately hot. So I'm gonna probably spend 5 minutes just heating up the toe point, and then we'll go from there. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a root pass, which is gonna be right there. Then I'm gonna do another pass on the toe point right here, okay? And then I'm gonna do my final pass up top. Now, why am I doing 3 passes? Why don't I just do one huge beefy pass? Well, one, I don't want this to become a projectile when somebody's trying to yank me out of a mud hole or off of rocks or whatever. And 2, I wanna do it properly, plain and simple. You can sit there and just weld the piss right out of this with like tons of heat and tons of wire speed, but this is the better way to do it. It's more controlled. It just takes a couple more steps and a little bit longer. And I've never had one of these fail before, ever, welding it in this procedure. So now you know how to do it. Now you understand how to do it. You don't know because you haven't tried it yet. So go out and try it. But now you understand how to do it. Now let's get after it. Well, folks, after pretty close to 4 straight days, 8 to 9 hours a day, I don't know how many hours that is, but we are ready to start painting. Now, there's still this cross member here to deal with, but I'm going to wait till it's back under its own weight, fabricate the front bumper because it's all going to be welded in before I remove that, just because I don't want the frame rails to pinch together or do anything funky. So I'm going to do that. Next stages are degreasing everything, sanding it, degreasing it again, and then painting. I'm just gonna use, I would like a battleship type gray, but we'll see. And to be honest, at the end of the day, as long as it's gray and it's painted, I'm happy. So anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And if you're building something, get out in the shop and work on it. I'll talk to you guys later. Cheers, stay focused.